Well, good morning everyone, and welcome to a short take on the half-year results. Now, you'll see me look at slides because, as is normal in this process, these are still being created on Sunday night, and I'm videoing this on Monday morning. So they're available on the intranet, and they're also available on the internet. So I am going to refer to a couple of slides. The first one is number 5, and number 5 is really what I see as being the highlights for the year. We've maintained financial discipline with our operating costs and our capital costs reducing by 19% over the period. The customer experience is improving, 25% improvement in NPS, and you all of course now know what that is. Engagement's up, so a huge proportion of you participated in the survey earlier in the year, and engagement was up 3 percentage points. And then a lot of what we're talking about today is returns for shareholders, and today we've delivered on our promise of increasing the dividend, and the dividend is up from 11 cents to 13 cents, and that's an 18% increase, which is actually pretty huge in terms of returns to shareholders. Now, I am going to take you to slide 4 because you might be a bit confused, because that's all the great news that we've been doing operationally and delivering on our promises. But to be frank, the weather hurt us in the period, and we had one of the lowest inflow sequences into our hydro scheme on record. So a lot of the metrics that you'll see reported, and you might see some headlines on this basis, will say that our earnings have gone down. But it's gone down because we've got less water. We know about that, we plan for it, we have flexible plant that handles those situations such that customers still get supply. So don't be worried about it, we're all pretty calm about it. Shareholders will actually be pretty calm about it, they fully understand that dynamic. Now, what I do like talking about on the half-year results is what we're going to do going forward. So I am now going to take you ridiculously from page 4 to page 29. All the stuff in the middle is really important, and that's what Graham talks to. First thing shareholders want to see is what's going on in the short term. And we have put out some opportunities and challenges in the pack, which I'd encourage you to read, which I'm not going to go through in detail. But one of the things obviously we're hoping for is that we do get a reversion to mean hydrology. And what that means is that it rains, so we can run our hydro plant a little bit harder. We've got to keep delivering on our cost promise, and we've got to keep delivering on that increased return for shareholders. We do have a couple of challenges. It's still pretty dry. We had that big weather event a couple of weeks ago, but it is still pretty dry in the Clutha. We've got this government review of the electricity market. I don't think that's necessarily a big deal, but it has got the potential to be a little bit distracting. And not only has the weather worked against us recently, you may have read that oil prices have gone up, and when oil prices go up, LPG prices go up, and we've got to find a way to maintain prices as our costs go up. But other than that, I'd say just keep going on what we've been doing really well, which is improving the efficiency of our operations, improving the experience for customers, and that promise for shareholders will continue to be delivered. On page 30, this is a chart that we showed at the full year. I'm going to wave it here so you can see it, which is really what the shareholders are looking for, and that's to see that that cash cost is coming down over time. How do we do that? On page 31, we talk about how organisational agility will be crucial to us going forward. The capability and culture to serve customers better all of the time are keys to us continuing to extract value. We know the world of energy is going to change, but what we do know is that our capability and culture and our delivery will allow us to capture any opportunity there. And we're seeing lots and lots of evidence of that occurring. So I'd encourage you to read 31. And then on 32, we show the evidence that our geothermal operations in particular are really efficiently managed and really capable of helping New Zealand decarbonise in the longer term. The government have set an ambitious target on taking carbon out of New Zealand's economy. I think really efficient geothermal production and operations will get a great opportunity to participate in that. And we show the shareholders how well we've been doing on that front and how well we're going to do in the future on that front. And then the last slide is again a slide we showed in August. Shareholders love repetition. They like you to say something and then they like you to deliver it. And what we said in August was that we would increase our dividend. Our business is set up operationally, asset-wise, and with certain momentum to deliver on that promise. And what you'll read about in the next few days, hopefully, is that we've delivered on that promise and the dividend is going up and will go up again in August. And as most of you watching this will be shareholders, I'm sure you're as happy about that as I am. So enjoy the rest of your day and watch out for all of that great positive news in the press.